Live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. What did I say? Stop sleeping on the Lakers. People kept telling me, even in the last live stream, I was getting comments from people that were like, oh, just be honest. Lakers are about to get ran through. Just be honest. Lakers are about to lose. Blah, 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 blah. What did I say? I said, I think Lakers can win this game. They always play to the competition. They're going to know how serious this game is. And this is going to be Luka's standout game. This is going to be, I said, if Luka was ever going to reemerge, if old Luka was ever going to come back, this would be the game that he comes back. He loves to play Denver, and he loves to play against Jokic. And what did he do? He came in, and he looked like old Luka. What a win. Great game plan. Great execution, great defense, right? Credit the coaching staff. Excellent game from the coaching staff. Everything that could, sorry, my mind's going a million miles an hour. Everything bad that could have happened in this game or leading into this game was all set up, right? A failure was set up. Luka doesn't look like Luka. Lakers have not looked great these last 3 games against bad teams, right? Denver has been running through everybody, right? Denver's on a 9-game winning streak. What would they love to do? Get to number 10, right? The Lakers, they don't have anybody to contain Jokic, right? Oh, and by the way, they're in Denver, right? This table was beautifully set for the Lakers to just get smacked. And the Lakers came out and did the smacking. Bent Denver over their knee and gave them a good old whooping. And I love it. Coaching staff, the game plan, the execution, the defense. Luka looked like Luka. Reeves was great. LeBron was great. Austin Reeves was great, right? Great defense, all of it. This is the kind of game, this is the team that I've talked about that I believe can win a championship. Right? This is a team, when they're locked in, they're invested, they're engaged. Now, look, obviously one game against Denver doesn't negate the whoopings these last few years, but I like this matchup much better with Luka than I did before, right? I've talked about, I genuinely believe that the Lakers have a real chance to beat Denver in a 7-game series because of Luka. You know he's going to show up. You know he's going to ball out. All the teams that the Lakers struggle against, Luka loves to play, right? It's why I said I wouldn't bet on the game, but I do believe the Lakers will win this game. I even talked about it in the video that I posted earlier, right? To make sure that everyone knew there's no flip-flop or anything like that, right? I said that I believe the Lakers will win this game. Lakers won this game. Even made a little post about it, everything. That this would be Luka's emergence, check, and that the Lakers would win this game, check, double check. Telling you, stop sleeping on my predictions. But in all seriousness, again, great game, great execution. I love the energy, right? We have a brutal schedule coming up. We cannot take our foot off the gas. You still have the Dallas game, which will be the revenge game, right? So I think Luka will be back. Luka's defense was great. I talked about it in the previous game. People try to tell me, oh, he's a traffic cone, this, that, and the other. He's not going to be elite. He's not going to be this lockdown defender. He's not going to be Jared Vanderbilt or Dorian Finney-Smith out there. But he can be serviceable enough. He can be good enough, right? He can defend. Just keep guys in front of you. That's all you got to do. You don't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just stay in front of guys. Keep guys in frame, right? Team game, team defense. I loved it. I love the team's defense, getting after it. I love the game plan on Jokic. I love the game plan and the execution period. Guys played to the potential that we're going to need them play. Again, this was a huge win, right? It was a huge win for the confidence. It's a huge win for the media perspective, right? Something that I talked about last live stream. I even talked about it in the video I posted today. If the Lakers win, and Luka's great, all of the media now is all going to overhype the Lakers, right? Which is good. because it instills confidence. Lakers have not been able to beat this team for a while. All the conversation and narrative is going to be incredibly positive. The fact that the Lakers blew out Denver, they didn't just beat them, they blew them out and contained Jokic. That conversation is going to be even bigger than I thought. I didn't think the Lakers would blow them out. I thought the Lakers would win this game, but I didn't think that they'd blow them out. And it was just beautiful, right? Like, this is good because, again, it changes. We've had this narrative. We've had this stigma. We've had this kind of monkey on our back. Well, got it off, right? Change the stigma. Change the narrative. Now all the conversation until the next matchup is going to be, it's going to be Lakers are coming. Luka is this. This is why the Lakers got Luka. Oh my God, how could Dallas trade Luka? All of the conversation, everything is going to be focused and honed in on the Lakers being this contender, which is good. It's what you want. You want the conversation to be positive because it's good vibes. Us fans, we're vibing. We're living our best life. We're like, yeah, Lakers, that's it. Best team in the league, right? Like all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, there's still work to be done. There's still a job to do. Job's far from finished, right? Lakers have to continue to maintain this level. They have to continue to maintain this level of production. Get the things correct. Again, there's still going to be a little bit of a learning curve. There might be a game here and there that the Lakers probably should have won that they lose. There's going to be games that they probably should have lost that they won. You know, it's part of the ebbs and flows of the season. But how is this team doing it on a night-to-night basis, right? Like, again, this isn't a playoff series. It doesn't mean like, you know, that's it, Lakers, crown them now. But this is a good confidence boost. This is a good positive direction that shifts things, changes the narrative. Oh, Lakers have just not been able to beat Denver. Luka changes it, right? Like, these are the kind of things that can change the direction and trajectory of a team, right? Where if they lose again, it's like, nothing's changed, right? Denver's still the best, blah, 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 right? Like, it's those kind of conversations. So, huge win. I love this win. I'm going to jump into all the super chats. I see the super chats trickling in. Keep sending them in. I'll get to those and then the regular chat and all that stuff. But real quick, let me do the player breakdown and then the game breakdown, and then I'll get into all the super chat questions. So keep sending them in. I'll get all the regular chat questions. But I loved how the Lakers established early, right? Aggressive, game plan and execution, contain Jokic, right? Let Aaron Gordon, let Russell Westbrook, and look, they were hitting. Aaron Gordon was shooting the lights out of the thing. But trust the process. Stick to the plan. Because Jokic going off is much more impactful. Aaron Gordon could have dropped 40 and the Lakers probably still win this game, right? Because his impact and explosiveness is not to the level of Jokic, right? Like the vibe and the energy and everything like that. So Lakers being able, which again, credit the coaching staff, credit JJ, being able to lock in and have the containment of Jokic, get the ball out of his hands, make the other guys beat you. I love that, right? From the jump, you saw it was very clear what the game plan was. And the Lakers executed it beautifully. They rotated beautifully. They were hustling. They were winning all the 50-50 balls. Usually the stuff that Jokic does or the Denver Nuggets do to us, we did to them. We flipped the table, flipped the narrative. I really loved the way that the Lakers approached this. I really loved the way that the Lakers, they understood the assignment. They understood the mission, and they handled that mission beautifully. Luka, like I said, I knew this was gonna be it. Said it last live stream. I said it in the video, all that stuff. If Luka was ever going to come back, right, and be the Luka, this would be the game to do that. Because, again, he loves playing Denver. He loves playing Jokic, and he got that. But to do the quick player breakdown, and then we'll jump into all the super chat questions, regular chats, and all that stuff. Rui Hachimura, again, he went back to the locker room. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully there's nothing crazy. But 35 minutes, 7 of 12 from the floor, 4 of 9 from 3. Played really well. Rebounding, didn't rebound very well, but to his credit, he did a really good job on Jokic. So I can live with that. 4 assists, 1 steal, 21 points. LeBron James, 11 and 19, 1 of 4 from 3, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 25. He was active on both sides of the basketball. I loved it. Jackson Hayes, he did his part as the help defender and just kind of, trickling in. Austin Reeves was great. 7 of 13, 4-7 from 3, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, a block, 23 points. Biggest factor, Lakers took care of the basketball. LeBron James last game, 11 turnovers. This game, 1 turnover. Austin Reeves last game, 6 turnovers. This game, 2 turnovers. Took care of the basketball. That's the key. When you take care of the basketball and your offense is cooking, guess what? Luka, player of the game, 10 of 22, 4 of 9 from 3, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 32 points, and got after it defensively. I said it. I'm standing by it. He can be serviceable defensively. He's never going to be elite. He's not going to be Dorian Finney-Smith or a Jared Vanderbilt or anything, but he can be, just keep it in frame, right? Keep guys in front of you. Dorian Finney-Smith, offensively didn't play great, but defensively, his hustle, his energy, the defense, right? Excellent. Gabe Vincent, same thing. Jared Vanderbilt, same thing. Jordan Goodwin was really good this game, in my opinion. Just getting after it, creating the turnovers. He had a couple deflections, stuff like that. Again, very good, very nice all-around game. I loved it. So, all right, let's get into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, and all that stuff. Real quick, if you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So here we go. And starting us off, we got Dustin coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Tyler, you were right about Luka. Please accept my apologies for the slander. Thank you. JJ had these boys fired up. They was locked in from the tip. Pause. First off, I appreciate it. Secondly, look, I get it. I get the frustration. But this is why this is why I made a video about it. This is why I tried to hit on it in the live stream. The guy just got here. The guy played 3 games, and 2 of which he had minute restrictions in 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Not, a week or 7 weeks, right? Like, let the guy get in. On top of that, new system, new team, all of things take time. I understand as a fan base, we're very impatient, especially the Laker fans, because, we're privileged. We're very privileged. We have the luxury of, not being down for long, right? So we have this standard, right? Which is fine. But we got to also keep things in perspective, right? It's why I try to hit on it, right? I talk about the pendulum swing, right? We got to keep things in the middle, right? Talk your mess, talk your talk. Look, I'm going to hype this up like the Lakers are the best team in the league. I'm going to be a fan for sure. But we got to, it's a long season. A lot of things happen. A lot of things change, right? We got to be able to keep things in frame. But great win, great game. JJ deserves all the flowers. And Luka is finally here. I loved it. Appreciate you, Dustin. Waja, coming out with $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Didn't have game night with the boys. They always lose when I have game night. Shaking my head. Well, I'm glad you didn't have game night tonight because we needed this W. So thank you, Waja. You did all of us in Lakers Nation, Laker fans, all of us some service. So I appreciate you. But yeah, this was a great win. I'll gladly take this win. This was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. But again, Waja, I really appreciate that. Feel free to take a couple nights off from game night. We have a lot of games, a lot of tough games coming up, try to get some wins. But no, in all seriousness, beautiful game, beautiful win, vibes, energy, all of that. I loved it. Got to maintain. Job is not finished. Job is nowhere close to being finished. Got to handle business. Jerome, coming in hot $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We play them one more time. Let's see if we can beat them twice before we have hope. We play them 2 more times. And both times we play them are on a back-to-back. So we play Denver and then Milwaukee, and then we follow that up with Milwaukee and Denver, literally on a back-to-back. So that's going to be tough, right? I'd like to at least beat them one more time, one out of those 2. It's tough. Again, you're playing them twice off of back-to-backs. One time they're the first team on the back-to-back. Second time they're the second team on the back-to-back. So if we can at least beat them on the first night of a back-to-back and then play Milwaukee and then whatever happens and then beat Milwaukee and then, Denver on the second night of a back-to-back, say you lose to them, I can live with that. If we split the season series 2-2, again, I can live with that. Especially considering that the Lakers are going to play them twice off of back-to-backs. So just something to keep in mind. But yes, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Deanna, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So Lakers' biggest problem over the last couple of years was motivation. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, right? Like Lakers, something we talked about a lot last season in particular, right? How many times last year did we talk about how it seems like they're like disinterested at times, or they're inconsistent, or just the effort isn't there, right? They're not engaged, and like those are the kind of things that are frustrating. This year, they early in the season they had those moments, but the last like I don't know 20 games or so, they've been very good about staying focused, staying like games here and there happen, right? Like the Hornets game, terrible game, right? The Utah game, terrible game. The Utah game I kind of write off, right? They were thinking about tomorrow rather than focusing on today. They were already in vacation mode, right? I can live with that L. The Hornets game is the one where it's like, you should have won that game, right? Even with Luka being bad and all those things. But, again, it's staying motivated. It's staying focused. It's bringing the effort and consistency. Are the Lakers really like the best defense in the league? No. But it a lot can be solved just through effort and energy and, like you said, motivation, right? So if Lakers can maintain that, we've seen Denver, obviously, Boston, the Knicks, right? Like we've had these games against the top teams in the league where the Lakers, they're there. They're focused. They know the assignment. Coaching staff has them prepared. Coaching staff has them directed, which is why JJ's better, right? Like, like Stephen A. Smith recently talked about, like, oh, a lot of pressure on JJ. No, there's not. JJ's clearly the better coach. He has these boys motivated. He has these boys focused. He has these boys locked in and engaged. It is very, very clear the differences between JJ and this team and Darvin Ham and the previous regime. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate Super Chat. And then New coming in at the $5 Super Chat. Thank you so much. And it says it's your first Super Chat with the channel. So thank you. I appreciate that. Rui from Street Fighter when he does his kicks at the final boss, Luka Bronics. Yeah. Well, Rui was great. Period. This game. He was fantastic. Really kind of held it down for the team. I loved what we saw from them. And his crew picked Denver. Of course, they picked Denver. I saw your comment. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, beautiful game. Luka's back. Braun just looks rejuvenated, right? Like Braun looks completely refreshed. He looks like a guy that believes he can actually get this done, is what it is, right? LeBron looks like a guy that I'm not saying that I don't think he had faith in Anthony Davis. I love Anthony Davis. Most of us love Anthony Davis. But there were a lot of questions about him carrying the workload and being the guy, right? And him being top level on a nightly basis. You're not going to have that problem with a healthy, ready-to-go Luka. You're just not. Luka is top 3, at worst 3, maybe 4 player in the world. I think he's top 3. I think there's an argument for top 2, right? So that's something LeBron, I think, knows. Like, Luka can be the guy. I would be by far the second best guy in the league, right? So I can get this done. It just he seems like a guy that knows I can do this, right? Like this might be my best chance. So it's beautiful to see. But thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And see, coming in hot, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See, I knew we could do it. Great win. Where are the haters? Yes, we were talking about it. You were kind and gave me that super thanks in the comment, and we were talking about that, which again I appreciate for that, and I appreciate this. But yeah, I mean, look, we were talking about it in that comment thread. Patience, right? Like I mentioned it earlier. We're a very privileged fan base, right? We're we're a fan base that has these expectations, and rightfully so. Again, we're a team that has been very blessed over the history of the NBA, and just got blessed again with Luka. But things take time, right? Things have to gel, right? Like, and something that I talked about very heavily in videos recently in the live streams yes, Luka had a bad scoring night, but he didn't have a bad offensive night, right? There's difference, right? Luka was getting to all of his spots. He was getting his shot off. He was beating guys off the dribble. He was creating dribble penetration. He was cooking, doing all the other things, right? He just couldn't find the bottom of the net. That's not the same thing as like, oh, he's cooked. He can't score no more. I've said it time and time again. The last thing I'm worried about is Luka's offense. Like, that's the one thing he has, right? Whether he's 300 pounds or, 230, whatever, right? Like, the one thing you can count on is Luka's offense. If we saw a Luka that was struggling with dribble penetration, that was struggling to get open and create, right? Like, if we saw that, it's a little concerning. It's a very different scenario than what we saw, even with, poor man Luka, where he's just struggling, right? He was doing all the things that you want to see. It's just, can he find the bottom of the net? He did today, right? Like, that's what you're looking for with Luka. It was a beautiful game. Beautiful game. Beautiful performance by Luka, all of that. But again, I appreciate you, C. Seriously, thank you for the super chat. And then Sticks coming out, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Replacing D'Lo with Dorian Finney-Smith is the reason we are better. Absolutely. I mean, again, I said it when the trade happened and, people were like, oh, but D'Lo's better. You can argue D'Lo's better. You can, whatever you want, however you feel about the D'Lo situation. It's not always about who's the best. It's about the best fit and solving the needs, right? Like a puzzle, right? Like, you could have a big piece that solves half the puzzle, right? But if you have two of those pieces, it doesn't fit, doesn't make sense, doesn't work, right? You need those other complementary pieces to put together the whole puzzle. So again, that's what the difference is with a Dorian Finney-Smith compared to a D'Lo, right? Like, D'Lo, look, we've seen D'Lo when he's on and he's cooking. He can cook, right? But we didn't need that. You had that in LeBron. You had that in Austin Reeves. At the time, you even had that in AD, right? You needed that guy that can come in, do the dirty work, do the hustle plays, play the defense, help rebound, right? You got that in Dorian Finney-Smith. It's not always about the names on the back of the jersey. If that was the case, the Phoenix Suns would be the best team in the league every year, right? But they're not. As soon as they traded for Bradley Beal, what did I say? I said it on here. I said it on As It Stands Sports. Said it everywhere. People told me I was delusional. I don't want to talk about. I was very adamant. Phoenix just ruined any chance that they had of winning a championship. Why? Because it didn't make sense. They didn't need another isolation on-ball scorer. They needed perimeter guys. They needed guys like Dorian Finney-Smith. It's not always about the names on the back of the jersey, right? We're Laker fans. We've had a lot of teams with some really nice names on the back of the jerseys that never worked out, that never panned out. Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, Metta World Peace, Pau Gasol, and Kobe Bryant. You'd think that team would have won 10 championships. And they were a first-round exit and got smacked by the Spurs, and Kobe tore his Achilles just to get us into the playoffs, right? Like, you need complementary pieces. Why I always say it's not always about scoring. People are like, oh, this guy's a bum. He's not a bum. He's doing all his work, right? Not just Dorian Finney-Smith, but even like guys like Jordan Goodwin, right? People are like, oh, Jordan Goodwin, he's not very good. What are you talking about? He's great. Because he's not there to go give us 30. He's there to do the dirty work, do the hustle plays, rebound the basketball, defend multiple positions, dive for loose balls, sacrifice his body. Guys have roles. Guys, there's more to the game of basketball than just scoring the basketball. You need to be able to get stops. Denver's one of the best offenses there is. And the Lakers held them to what? How many? Did they even score 100 points? They held them to 100 on the dot. You need balance. But appreciate you guys for super chats. All right, let's get into the regular chat until some more super chats trickle in. Again, I appreciate everyone. Nuggets still own. Somebody's mad. Feels so good. Beat those chicken nuggets and Jokic. It was beautiful. Lakers, yes. Thank you, Blucka. That's why I always have you to count on. Only a man. Just a man. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me humble. Keep me on. My head was getting a little big here. But that was a big W, absolutely. Luka and LeBron went crazy and Reeves too. Yeah, excellent effort from our big three. And then also Rui too. Rui was very good. Having to defend Jokic, try to do his best of containment, and then also you add in um, the shooting and the scoring, huge. JJ clearly solved a piece of the Jokic puzzle. Basically, just play super physical, nonstop against him all game, bully him. Yeah, well, I mean that was the Lakers formula in the 2020 team, right? Like it wasn't Dwight was just this absolute defensive stopper. It was that he was physical and he was aggressive and he's super strong and he's super big and he's just like, the dude can just push guys around, right? And he just got physical with Jokic. Got a couple tags, couple of hard fouls, right? Like it's what you got to do. That's the game plan, right? Now, also again, very different between one game and a 7-game series where Mike Malone's going to make adjustments and stuff like that. So Lakers are going to have multiple kind of defensive assignments or defensive schemes in their bag, which again, I trust this coaching staff to get that done. Yes, big win. Loved it. Jordan Goodwin is making it hard for the Lakers not to sign him in the playoffs. He is 5 points and is a dog. Yes, he was absolutely. Oh, and we're the daggers. Yeah, but again, it's obviously the offense is great. Whatever offense he can provide, beautiful. But it's the hustle plays. It's the dirty work, right? Him sacrificing his body, diving for loose balls, rebounding the basketball. You got to get him on the roster, in my opinion. You do. You have to get him on the roster. Wave Cam Reddish, wave, Markieff Morris, whatever you got to do, you got to get him on the roster. He's earned it. I mean, he's been great in every game he's played. Every game he's played. So, yeah. We coming? Absolutely love it. I'm shocked with these one. What a victory by the Lakers. Great team effort. Luka just dominated the Nuggets. Yeah. Look, like I said, I'm not shocked. I genuinely said, I mean, most of you were in the live stream, right? Like, this is a game that the Lakers can win. It's just the effort. It's the effort. Luka was Luka. Yes, absolutely. Luka Doncic is insane when he has the ball in his hands. Also, Hayes is underrated as a center. I think waive Lynn, bring in the defensive wing. What do you think? I don't think that they'll waive Alex Lynn just because you still need him for just like spots and certain matchups, stuff like that, and just to have the big body. You don't want to run the risk of like losing the big body. But you have guys like Markieff Morris, Cam Reddish, and even Shake Milton because he has 2 more years, but his 2 years are non-guaranteed. So Lakers can pull that off. Yes, it was beautiful. Luka looked like Luka today. Absolutely. This Luka guy is pretty good from what I heard after the past few games. He was apparently overrated. Kid has potential to make it in the league. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this kid just came out of nowhere. Who would have thought, right? Like, he looked like a bum, but it turns out he's actually half decent, right? Not too bad. That was a good game. I enjoyed watching all 4 of them. I get hot. We need that regularly. Yes, absolutely. Gotta keep the execute. Again, good games happen, bad games happen, but how are we performing on a nightly basis? Yes, Ruby was very good. The Lakers team is unstoppable as it stands. I love it. I love it. Tyler, we did it. Luka is alive. Nuggets, who's your daddy? Luka is a baby. Yep, he was fantastic. I love it. Love seeing Luka go out there and ball out. Cosmin, come out the final super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. Whoop that tree. They gonna make excuses for this one. Of course they will. We here for it, my boy. We the Lakers. This is what we do. Facts. Beautifully put. Beautifully said. I actually think that the media and stuff like that, Nugget fans and Skip Bayless, he'll have the excuses, he'll have the bag. But I do think that you're going to see a lot of like positivity around them. I think things like like first things first and stuff like that. I think that you're going to see them all. You're going to see them all hype this up to levels, and rightfully so. It should. This was a great game. I loved the way we controlled the game start to finish. Denver threw their punches, which you knew they would. Come on, it's Denver, right? But the difference between this and previous was the Lakers punched back. Every game, Lakers are up at half. You'd be rich if you just took the Lakers first half every time they play this team. right? But second half, particularly that third quarter, and it looked immediately like I was like, oh no, like they cut it to one nearly immediately. We're all like, oh, come on, please, like not again. This is gonna be that moment again, right? Like, come on, this has got to be different. And the Lakers punched back. The Lakers handled their business, got back in the rain, said, hey, I'll take it. Yeah, it's fine. All right, well, boom, boom, and just kept coming. Denver kept throwing their punch, and then eventually Denver wore out. And then you come in with the combos. I loved it. It was beautiful to see. A master class by the Lakers. Loved it. And then Enrich coming hot to final super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I think the Lakers have went ultra instinct. I love the reference with small ball. Run bigs off the floor. Yeah. So something I've talked about very heavily is, and I did a whole video breakdown on it. Small ball is going to be the Lakers it's going to be the Lakers' biggest factor. We just don't have the centers really to be dominant with the small, like the center lineup. But with small ball, the Lakers' small ball isn't really small, right? Like usually when you think of small ball, it's a bunch of it's like 3-6-5 guys, maybe like a 6'2", 6'3" point guard, and then couple 6'5" to 6'6" guys, and then 2 6'8" guys, right? But with the Lakers, it's 6'6", 6'7" Luka, 6'8" Dorian Finney-Smith, right? 6'8" Jared Vanderbilt, 6'9" LeBron James, 6'8" Rui Hachimura. And another thing that I talked about with the small ball is it's our skilled position, right? So when you look at the 2020 roster, right? You had Anthony Davis as your skilled center, right? Then you had JaVale McGee as your floor running, Jackson Hayes type center. And then you had Dwight Howard as your big physical interior center. If you look at this team, it's okay, Jackson Hayes is your JaVale McGee. I do think JaVale was better than the Jackson Hayes is now, but same idea. Alex Len is supposed to be that big center. I would have rather went with Trey Jamison, but I digress right at this point. But your skill center is your small ball. You want a big physical center that can match up with Jokic and his size and his strength, Rui Hachimura. You want a more versatile defensive center, Dorian Finney-Smith. You want a more skilled playmaker, point center, LeBron James, right? Those are the things that can really kind of round out and shape this team. Small ball is going to be huge for the Lakers. Lakers are going to end up living or dying on small ball. Whether people like it or not, that's how they're going to have to spread teams out, knock down open shots, and just keep playing well, right? So again, appreciate you. Thank you so much for Super Chat. Tyler, be worried about Denver. I knew all along Lakers were ready to show off their new toy Luka, a bazooka to the chicken nuggets. Yes, facts. Beautiful. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yes, the difference, that's the difference between a coach with his hands in his pockets and a coach named JJ Redick. Wonderful performance in all assets by everyone. Yes. So look, Darvin Ham, I talked about very heavily last season. I even defended Darvin Ham in spots last year when it was warranted, right? When Darvin Ham could stay in his box, because you got to remember, he was taught by Mike Budenholzer. He only knew the box that he was taught from Mike Budenholzer. Whenever Mike Budenholzer, it's the same reason Bud was fired by the Bucks. All of the reasons Bud was fired were the reasons Ham was fired, right? Darvin Ham can only coach in his box. We play Memphis, he never had to leave his box. We play the Warriors, never had to leave his box, right? We play Denver, he has to leave his box. He didn't know how to operate outside the box. JJ does, and it's why I wanted JJ so bad. People looked at his lack of experience as a flaw. I looked at it as a benefit because he's not set in his ways. Right? He's not married to one philosophy and doesn't know how to do anything else. Right? The beauty of JJ is he can do different things. And we've seen him do that regularly we've seen games where he had a clear plan and in the first quarter abandoned it and switched it on the fly. That's the difference. When we played Denver last go around in particular, we were up by double digits every half. And every time, some of those halves we were up 20. And every time we lost. That is coaching. Everyone loses a game. Boston was up 33 last year on somebody. I don't remember who it was. And ended up losing the game. Right? Teams blow 20, 30-point leads all the time. Right? So for the Lakers to blow one of those games, all right. But to blow 4 out of 5, that's coaching. You're going to the half. One team's making the adjustments. The other team isn't because he doesn't know how to. He can't. He can only stay in his box. And Denver came out and made him have to get out of his box, and he couldn't do it. It's a big issue. That's the difference between JJ and Darvin. Got another super chat. Kyle, coming out, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. LeBron got emancipated tonight. This masterpiece. This was beautiful. And then also see Luka back it up and help him. This was just, LeBron, again, I talked about this earlier. LeBron just looks like he has an entirely new lease on life, right? LeBron looks like a man that believes he can win, right? That's what LeBron looks like. LeBron looks like he's a man that believes I might be able to do this year. And you're seeing him play as it. And it's a beautiful thing. I absolutely love what we're seeing from LeBron. He's being active and getting after it on both sides. Love it. Beautiful. But thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. Seriously. Let's go. I love it. Luka has arrived. Yes. Crocker, Daniel Crocker, Lakers in 5 EFX. Legend says Darvin Ham still thinks a better coach than JJ. Yeah, he does. I'm sure he does. But one coach was able to beat Denver, one coach wasn't. So there you go. Oh my God, Luka. Yes, beautiful performance from Luka. LeBron getting that 5th ring. We passed the test as this team. Sign Goodwin. Yes. Like I said, Lakers have a real chance. I believe, and I've said this before, I believe the Lakers have a better chance now than they did with Anthony Davis. And again, it's nothing against Anthony Davis. I love Anthony Davis. Most of us love Anthony Davis. But Luka's a guy that can be the best player on the court every night. That's the difference. Anthony Davis, some nights, yes, but not every night. We did it. I love it. Easily our best win of the season so far, yes. Yes. On the home court, 9-game win streak. Walked in and boom. Yeah, they gotta bring Goodwin on this roster. This is the difference between a JJ team and a Ham team. Stephen A. Smith needs to see that. A Ham team is losing the lead when Denver went on the run to open the second. A JJ team answered back and keeps fighting. Yes. That third quarter with Darvin Ham, I am very confident that the Lakers lose that game with Darvin Ham. Why am I very confident and almost positive we lose that game? Because we saw that same thing happen, 17 other times, and it was the same result every time. Lakers have the lead at half. They come into the third. Denver throws that punch, and every time under Darvin Ham, Lakers stumbled, got woozy, and eventually got knocked out. This time, took that punch like a champ, stayed in it, kept in the clutch, and delivered. Beautiful performance. You saw the adjustments. You saw JJ call timeouts. You saw all of it. It was beautiful. Beautiful performance. Hero, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I think it's time to start giving Hayes his props. Bro has been playing his role since AD left. I absolutely agree. Jackson Hayes has been very good in the starting role. I personally still don't like him as a starting center. Like, I still don't like him as your backup. Beautiful. I am fine keeping him long term. I still think you need to get a better starting center, but given the circumstances and given the situation, he has been fantastic. He's been everything we could ask for and then some. He's been great defensively. He's running the floor, feeding off of Luka and LeBron. You're seeing the things that you wanted to see from Jackson Hayes and the upside and potential of him as a real rotation center, and he's given you all of it, right? I still would like a more versed starting center, but considering the season, I'm okay with what we have, right? It is something I would still address. Like, I don't think Jackson Hayes is the answer year in and year out. I do think it's fine to keep him, though, as your backup, right? Like, if, say, Miles Turner, just use him as an example. Let's say the Lakers sign Miles Turner, perfect. I would, like, if I still want to see them maybe keep Hayes, right? He's earned his spot, right? He's earned his rotation spot. Given the circumstances, him having to step in, play big, he's done it. He's answered the call, right? I still don't think he's a great rebounder. Still think he's out of position a lot, which is why I don't like him as your starting center. But I do think he should be a rotation center, without a doubt. Let's see. But again, appreciate you. Cosmin coming out to Super Chat. No disrespect to AD, but we're 13-3 without him. Yeah, look, I love Anthony Davis, right? We all love Anthony Davis. He's an incredible player, and I've talked about it. Best version of Anthony Davis is the best player in the league, right? Because how he can control and completely dictate a game on both sides. I mean, he could go get you 40-20 with 7 assists, and get you 6 stocks. 6 or 7 stocks, and just completely dominate a game and control a game on both sides of the basketball, right? But not just because Giannis, right? Like, Giannis can go get you similar stats, but he doesn't have the offensive versatility and bag that Anthony Davis has, right? So, again, I love Anthony Davis, but it's him playing to that level regularly, right? Luka had probably one of the worst offensive games we have seen from him the other night, and he still had nearly a triple-double, still kept us in games, came up big in the clutch, right, with the offensive rebound and put back, and got us the lead. We just didn't handle our business on the other side, right? Like, Luka's he's what we wanted Anthony Davis to be on a nightly basis. And some nights Anthony Davis gives you that, some nights he just doesn't. Again, we love AD, but there's always been a question of, can he be the best player on a championship team, right? Can he take the torch from LeBron? It's always been a question. And you just don't have that question with Luka, right? But appreciate you. New coming out, the $5 Super Chat. Thank you so much. No other team can have 3 elite ball handlers, passers, scorers, LeBron, Luka, AR. Yes. And look, I've been very critical of AR. He's been very good and much more aggressive. And part of my criticism, many of you may be familiar, one of my biggest points is him being in attack mode, right? He is at his best, and the Lakers are at their best when he is in attack mode. It's why I've wanted him to come off the bench, because he can be more in attack mode, right? I didn't know how well he could be in attack mode with Luka and LeBron. They did a nice job of really balancing it out with those 3 and sprinkling those 3 throughout the course of the game. You're spot on, because what other team has that? And what other team has, every team has multiple ball handlers, but they don't have multiple ball handlers that can completely control an offense and run an offense and be that engine and go get you 30. Lakers have 3 guys that can go get you 30 and 37 and 7 on any given night, right? There's not another team that has that, right? Luka on most, if not every night, unless you're playing a team like Denver with Jokic, who, again, Luka was the best player tonight, but almost every team we play in the playoffs, we're going to have the best player and we're going to have the second best player every night. And the second best player is going to be better than probably the second best player and the third best player for the other team combined. Because it's LeBron. Like, he's still a top 7 to 10 player in the league, if that. Right? And then you add in Austin Reaves, who, when he's aggressive in an attack mode, can be arguably, if not clearly, the third best player. Right? The beauty of Luka compared to AD is AR doesn't have to have the dual responsibilities, right? AR, one of his big issues have been consistency, right? And proper balance. Luka may fix that for him, right? Because now he doesn't have all the responsibilities of having to do everything else. It's just you get the ball, go, right? Like, why is Austin Reaves usually at his best when AD or LeBron don't play? Because he has no choice but to go, right? And he's usually his best as a playmaker during those stretches. Why? Because he's just in attack mode, so he's taking what the defense gives him. Rather than, you see at times he'll get tunnel vision, or he'll try to balance it out. Okay, I got to get somebody else involved. I've taken the last 3 shots or whatever, right? But when you have Luka and LeBron, it's like, no. Don't worry about it. Just score, right? And now Reaves can get the dribble penetration, get into the teeth of the defense. Oh, here comes the cutter. Boom, easy bounce pass. Oh, Jackson Hayes coming for the lob, easy lob, right? Oh, let me do my little footwork thing, right? Oh, Hayes is wide open. Boom, dump it down there, right? He's able to everything just opens for him, right? That's what I want to continue to see him be. I want to see Reaves continue to be in attack mode. If he does that, he'll be great, right? Again, I was one of the people that was talking about Austin Reaves like he was the second coming of Michael Jordan. But last year and a good chunk of this year, he had his issues. But this last 20-game stretch or so, he's had a couple games here and there, which happens, right? But for the most part, he's been great. He's been very good and deserves the flowers, right? Like, again, it's guys have bad nights, right? But there were stretches last year and a good chunk early on where it was like, what Austin Reaves are we getting tonight? Are we getting that 23, 7-7 Reaves? Or are we getting that 2 of 13, 1 of 9 from 3, right? Where now he's doing a much better job, and I love it, of that consistency and being aggressive and being in attack mode. And I hope he continues that. They're going to move the goalposts. Let them. We know the truth. Defense wins. Yes. I'm so happy. I'm going to throw up. Don't do that. But yes, I am right there with you. Yes, I'm Goodwin. He's such a good defender. Yes. Got to bring Goodwin in. He is there for 2 things. He said it himself in an interview. He said the Lakers brought him there for 2 things. Thank you. Oh, did Utah win? He said he's there for 2 things. He said rebounding and defense. What has he done very well? Rebound and defend. And I love it. Where's the Utah game? Oh, there it is. Utah did beat Houston. Nice. Good stuff. Let's go. Now we just got to contain. And we should be, aren't we only like a loss in the loss column from second? Man, Memphis ended up won last night by 1 point. I was so mad. I didn't actually get to watch the game. I just saw I was checking the scores, and I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I'll get back to chat in 1 second. Sorry, I just want to see the standings and everything. So Lakers are in 4th at 34-21. And then there are 1 loss in the loss column from the Nuggets and 2 losses in the loss column from the Grizzlies. Okay. And 11 from the Thunder. So they're not catching the Thunder. But Grizzlies and Nuggets are very, very, very possible. Like I said, if Lakers finish top 4, I'm good. Finish top 4 and we're good. Let's go. Love it. Luka. Tyler. Anyone who is shocked honestly shouldn't be. This is extremely replicable team. Can't take away everything. They double Bron and Luka and Rui plus AR are playing off advantage. Yes. The offense is the last thing the Lakers should worry about, right? Like, Lakers are probably going to be the best, if not top, I don't know, 3 at worst offensive. It's just, can they be at least middle of the pack defensively, right? Can they be, I mean, right now they've been the best defense in the league, but even if they can't maintain that, can they just be like, get middle of the pack, right? Like, defensively, that would be beautiful. Master Luka, the green lightsaber Jedi. Yeah. That's what you call outcoached and outplayed. Fantastic win. Yes. Mark my words, in 2 years, Bronny will be next to Luka. I wouldn't be surprised. I have faith in Bronny. Amazing win, LA. Yes. So glad we got JJ and not Dan Hurley, LOL Coach of the Year. Yes. I really love JJ. He was the guy I was screaming for, and I am glad that we got it. This was about coaching. Yes. Excellent coaching. Excellent coaching performance. Sign going at this point. We just have to commit to small ball. Yeah. That's how the Lakers are going to win. If the Lakers win a championship, it's going to be through small ball. It's going to be the Lakers just spreading teams out and dominating. Luka, gotta love it. Pay JJ $100 billion. Everybody ate at the table today. Yes. And that's what I love. This was a good, balanced, versatile win. Everyone that needed to play their role and play their part all played their role and all played their part. It was beautiful. Beautiful performance. Yeah, Goodwin needs an official roster spot. Great game. Lakers, yes. Small ball worked, yes. Again, that's how the Lakers, like, if the Lakers are going to win a chip, it's going to be through small ball. Jay Good, Bruce Brown 2.0. Lakers defense absolutely stepped up. Luka dominated, yes. Goodwin is a keeper. Sign Goodwin. We're literally a center away, man. I still think the Lakers have a shot this year. Obviously, having a legit, like, true starting caliber center, I do think would probably put us over the top. Statement game, yes. Absolutely insane. As a mastermind, yes. He is fantastic. Great coaching. JJ and company. Lakers can't play D without AD. Hell, they are better on defense without AD. They have been. They've been very good. Luka Doubt, the haters, yeah. Hit that like. Thank you, Shep. I really appreciate you. Yes, take a quick second. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. If you haven't liked, hit that like. Luka Magic is back, and his defense looked amazing, including Luka, Hachi. Everyone was doing amazing. Yes. Again, Luka can be service. That's all we need him to be. Don't be great. He doesn't have to be great. He doesn't have to be, absolute elite. Can he just keep guys in frame, right? Keep guys in front of you, and the Lakers will be in excellent shape. A lot of it is just the effort, commitment, so on and so forth. Lakers continue to push that, they'll be good. What a game. JJ has this team playing really well. The defense has improved so much. Yes, they've been very good defensively. Rui was wide open the entire game. This is absolutely sustainable. It's not just a hot night. You can say Jokic just played bad, but we have been number 1 defense for 15 games. Yeah, no, this wasn't just like, oh, Luka or Jokic had a bad game. Lakers swarmed him every time. They made sure somebody else is going to beat them. Aaron Gordon was shooting the lights out. Russell Westbrook was hitting threes, right? Like, they were like 50 or 60%, something like that, from three-point range combined. But you live with it, right? Make somebody else besides Jokic beat you. And that's what they did, right? JJ, thank you for existing. Dollar said trade Reeves, remember? Absolutely. Again, no one's untradeable. Lakers traded Anthony Davis. Again, Austin Reeves, been great. But he's not untradeable. I used to pray for times like this. Yes, facts. Russ hit an open 3 and bricked the night away. Yeah. That was beautiful basketball. Tyler, chef kiss. Chef kiss, Dylan. I'm with you. Denver's going to have a tough month as well in March. Yes, there's several teams that have like brutal schedules. We're going to win the rain. I love it. Rotations made sense. Yes, like I said, Lakers had a clear game plan. Lakers had a game plan and they executed it beautifully. Nuggets can suck it. Let's go. Lakers chat broke out in the fourth. Nuggets are a fluke team. Once they play a good team, they will fold. Lakers all day, baby. I love it. Lakers don't need a big that badly over all the team defense. I will get it done. If they can sustain it, that's the key. Got to be able to sustain it. Did Jokic play? Absolutely. Lakers just clamp that up. Clamp that up. Having Ham makes me appreciate JJ so much more. EFX. Who's daddy now? Love it. Hey, Tyler, take all the time to talk your shit. Yeah, absolutely. Believe me. Believe me. I will gladly. I am going to talk that talk. Nuggets fans have very much. Yeah, Rui was great on Jokic. Luka proved the haters wrong. Mama mentality. Gotta love it. This is Luka we've been waiting for. Yes, again, patience. Right? Like, I literally made a whole video about it because it was just crazy how much people were like overreacting to Luka. It's just like, dude, the guy just got here, right? Like, can we give him more than like, 2 games before we decide whether he's trash or not? Like, can we give him like an opportunity to prove it? Right? Lake Show, gotta love it. Bronkick is here. Holy moly, we actually kept a lead against a great team. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. Beautiful sight to see. Let's see. This isn't even Luka at his peak yet either. Wait until April. Yeah. Playoff Luka is a different beast, too. Playoff Luka is ridiculous. Can't wait to see Mike Malone crying about something during his press conference. Yeah, it's gonna kill. It's gonna kill other teams. That's how I'm telling you. That's how we're gonna win. If we win a chip, it's gonna be on the back of our small ball. Let's see. Searching for me. Braun was clapping Luka. Tyler, we were ranked number 1 defense for the past 15 games. People act like LeBron isn't a two-way monster just because he's 40. Him, in addition to Dorian Finney-Smith, Vando, is more than enough to contain Murray. Yes, I've talked about it a million times, right? Like Jokic, like we haven't been losing to Denver because of Jokic. We're losing to Denver because everyone else just dominates us. Michael Porter Jr. plays like he's prime Klay Thompson, and you have Jamal Murray playing like he's prime Michael Jordan. It's like crazy the way that they play. Michael Porter Jr., 5 of 14, 1 of 4 from 3, 13 points, right? Jamal Murray, 6 of 13, 6 of 11. He had a good game, 19 points. But you didn't let them go, you didn't let them just go off, right? Like we've seen them do. This is good defense, good containing, good containment, right? Kept Jokic pedestrian, right? For Jokic standards. Still gave you a triple-double because it's just Jokic, but 2 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3, right? 12 points, minus 11, right? Like, that's how you're going to beat Denver. Let's see. We have such a effing hard schedule coming up, especially in March. My God, play 6 games, 7 nights. Yeah. They have 4 back-to-backs in the month of March. It's insane. I don't know who made that schedule. While people are going to act surprised as if Luka would stay trash. Yeah, facts. About freaking time we beat those bozos. You're not wrong. All right. It was nice to get that W. I noticed Lakers transition faster without a because they're usually playing small, and Hayes is more of a floor runner, so he can get back quicker. Right. And usually Anthony Davis is like, he's got to like, or he's hitting the ground or whatever. Luka LeBroncic. I had a feeling we would win this one. Good call. Can I get a sip of that tea, Tyler? Here, let me help you. I just drank it all. I wish I would have got your comment sooner. Here you go. Got you, my guy. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something real quick. Unpopular opinion, but Lakers defense is better now than with AD. We are more switchy and more engaged and work together for team rebounds. Before we used to half-ass and let AD do the work. Yeah, I mean that happens a lot though, because it's just like, you know, AD is AD. Like, it's just like teams like with LeBron, right? Just give the ball to LeBron and just let him do everything. Everyone's just standing around watching. Like, it's easy to kind of hit default mode, right? To where it's like, okay, we don't have that, so now we gotta work twice as hard, right? The Nuggets aren't chirping this time. Love it. Thank you, Wolves, but we got it from here. Yeah, thanks. JJ has the respect of the locker room, something Darvin Ham couldn't do. Yes. Lakers led 5 playoff games versus Denver with Luka. There's a playmaker on the floor when LeBron is on the bench. Yes, exactly. It's one of the Lakers' biggest problems when he goes to the bench. What happens, right? Lakers just usually fall apart. Well, now you have Luka or LeBron to be on the court at all times. I seriously believe Vando and Smith makes all the difference. 100%. We don't have anyone else, and we haven't had anyone else that can do what those two do, right? So it was beautiful. LA is your daddy now. Shit, if we play Denver, Lakers in 6, yes. He did everything. He did this every single game for the conference finals. He will do this, yeah. I'm not worried about Luka. That's why I thought it was wild. The Luka slander, wire-to-wire victory, yes, which was beautiful. Let's go. I kind of knew we would beat the Nuggets. Their 9-game win streak was fool's gold. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. LeBron will need good rest. Yes, gotta make sure he's good and healthy. Tyler's absolutely spitting. Everyone will hype up the Lakers and buy stock. Then they will give us high expectations. Yeah. Now Lakers beat Denver. The media is just gonna run wild with this. They're all gonna be like, "Oh, the Lakers are doing it." Like, let's see. I love what Vando was doing, getting Jokic head early and was beast defensively. We have our 2020 Dwight. Yes. Someone said it's just a regular season game. Of course. But if Denver won, it wouldn't be, right? All of a sudden, that game doesn't matter, right? Statement win. Luka's back. Defense is MVP. Can't stand Doris Burke. All over the ineffective Jokic all game. She got to go yet. It's confidence builder, definitely. Yeah, 100%, which is good, right? Changing the narrative, changing the conversation, headed in the right direction. I love it. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more questions, skate on out of here. Got a bunch of work to do, especially now that the Lakers actually beat Denver. Got a lot of stuff to dive into here. Let's see. Let's go Lakers. All right, let me bring up a sheet here, and then we'll do this sheet. Obviously, super chats take priority. Outside of that, I'm just going to go in order and get as many as I can here. They care less about bad teams and don't give full effort because they don't want to try. They think they're going to win by 20, when in hindsight, the Jazz blow them out by 30. Just playing your competition. Lakers are notorious for that. Don't forget to give the video a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Yes, thank you so much, Blucka. Yes, take a quick second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Let's see. Tyler, I'm not just agenda pushing, but looking back, Davis held this team back in so many ways. Players were so fixated on feeding him. Defense were more switchable. I mean, I don't think he was holding them back. I just think you didn't have the right proper pieces. 2, when LeBron went out of the game, you didn't have the guy that can set guys up, right? Like, again, it's having better balance, right? And then again, being able to default. You see it all the time with LeBron-led teams, right? Like teams default to LeBron's got it, right? Like you do the same thing defensively with AD, right? If I get blown by, I don't need to go and help and try to recover because I got AD behind me, right? Like now it's like, okay, I don't have AD behind me. So I got to make sure that I'm hustling and getting back and doing the things that I need to do. Luka Doncic was amazing, right? Yes. When we finally have a natural score, we can beat Denver in addition to our prem defense. That's all kept bullying Jokic. It is very different when you have that guy that you can go to besides LeBron. With the defense, Reeves is going to be playing and is playing. We can have him out there with Luka and LeBron. Yeah. If he plays the defense he's playing, yes, absolutely. Was AD the problem? Not necessarily. If you had a better team built around him, I still think Lakers. Right? Like something I talked about is like if we didn't trade for Luka, what does this team look like? Right? Still a legit center. They all suck except Hayes. Yeah, I mean we still could use legit center. Is Rui okay? Will he miss some time? I don't know yet. I haven't seen any like update on him yet. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's good to go. Just it looked like he took a shot, so hopefully it's just maybe a little bruising or something like that. Took a tough shot. All right, let's do should replace Lynn. I wouldn't hate that. Former Mad fan here. This is what we needed. Yes, agreed. Well, and welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Yes. Let's see. We are their daddy now. Go Lakers. Yes, we are. I love it. Let's see. Man, imagine we didn't drop those two. I low-key wish Mark came over. I mean, look, one of the things about Mark that I keep trying to get across is like Lakers would have looked like geniuses. Lakers needed a center. They still could use a starting center. Lakers might win the championship with the center. Lakers backed out of that for a reason. And it's not just cold feet. Because if it was just cold feet, why didn't the Hornets at least challenge that? Even if they don't win it, everything gets public. And you save Mark Williams' trade value. So if they really were just okay with letting Mark Williams' trade value get tanked. Also, like every Hornets insider and person was like, he has a lot of health issues and is going to be a concern long term. That's why Charlotte wants to trade him. So when the Lakers were like, yeah, we're worried about him long term, Charlotte was like, oh, what? No way. Like, stop. Right? Clearly, there was a reason for why the Lakers backed out of that. So I imagine that was the case, right? Like that the Lakers had to back out of that because it was something bad. Luka's my goal. Do better against contenders. Yeah, Lakers love to play to the competition. Rui is good. Yes, he was very good this game. Can I get a shout out from Aspen, Colorado? Shout out to Aspen, Colorado. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Built 2 houses up there. Let's see. It makes it more predictable. All right, let's see. Beautiful basketball, Jokic on clamps. Yes, excellent game plan, excellent execution, beautiful delivery. If we had Walker Kessler or any big that actually knows how to block a reckless dunk attempt without fouling, we'd be unstoppable. If we had Walker Kessler, I would probably say Lakers are the best team in the NBA. Hey, Tyler, where are all the Luka overreacting people at? Yeah, right there with you, Alex. What's going on, Iron Man? LeBron can't play off ball. Yeah. Turner and we're champs. I wouldn't mind Miles Turner. People who doubted JJ, Luka, and Braun don't run now. Yeah, exactly, Gerald. Talk, my guy. Underrated part of the matchup, other than changing offense defense. Last season, AD was by himself or as a help defender on Jokic. Now he was crowded, tight, O defense, no spacing to operate. Yes, getting the ball out of his hands instead of like just leaving him on an island type thing. So that was beautiful. That was a beautiful thing. With Reeves basically out of our rotation, we should have just took Mark Williams, Reeves. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Lynn? Are you talking? Did you mean Alex Lynn? Um, let's see. Same way you had faith in Christie, I had faith in Luka. The naysayers let say Luka was washing a LeChuck, LeBum, whatever haters rumble about. Knew Luka is gonna be our natural scorer yet. Luka will be fantastic. I know getting Duren or Turner is a reach, but what if we offer what we did for Mark Williams for Duren in the offseason and sign and trade for Turner if possible? Only reason I say this is because he may leave. So you wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't get both just because, like, again, you're going to have to pay a ton for Turner, and Duren is good enough to start, right? Like, you want him to be your starter, and you're going to have Miles Turner for the next. And Duren's going to be due for a contract coming up. But you get one of them. I don't think you'll be able to get Duren. Lakers offered the same package for Duren that they did, or based on reports, offered the same package for Duren that they did for Mark Williams. Miles Turner, I think, is a possibility because we may be able to free up enough to sign him or get close. If he forces his way to the Lakers, then they can sign him. They'll probably do a sign and trade, is my guess. I like Goodwin. The potential is there. I'm right there with you. JJ clears him. Yes, LeBron is the GOAT. Let's see. Coaching game plan. Yes, it was a beautiful, beautiful game plan. Beautiful execution by the players. Lakers were prepared. They were ready. They understood the assignment, and they handled the business. I love to see it. All right, let's do one more. Let's find a good comment. Then I'm going to get out of here. Watch. All of a sudden, the haters will say the Lakers are a super team. Now, a few days ago, they're saying Luka is washed. Of course. Right? Lakers win the championship. Everyone's going to say that the Lakers were, were a super team. It wasn't fair. It was this, that, and the other. But we know the truth, right? We were all there when the media and everybody was telling us that Luka or that the Lakers weren't going to win anything, and they're still not good enough. They don't have a center. This, that, the other. It's coming. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, everyone. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. Great win. Got the Luka revenge game coming up next, so that'll be good. But beyond that, everyone that hung out with me, thank you so very much. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. And then everyone that gave me super chats, seriously, thank you so much. It really does help me a ton. But yeah, you guys are beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, we got like 3 days, right? Don't we? Something like that. So might try to do a live stream before that game. So look out for that. But see you guys.